Good morning, Mr. Bajpai. Thank you very much for taking out the time to talk to us. I want to start with the revenue decline that you've seen in this quarter. Revenues are down over 15% on back of lower DAP and urea volumes. Could you explain to us the factors that are behind this, and are you expecting a significant recovery going into the next few quarters on the trading volumes of DAP and urea?
Yeah, right. The turnover and actually the volume has been reduced in the quarter two and H1 also by 13% and 6%. This is mainly due to the reduction in subsidy rates because the revenue is combination of the retail prices and the subsidy received from the government. So in last year, the same period, the subsidy rates were around 24 to 30%, 38% higher for the phosphatic fertilizers. But during this period, the rates were reduced, so that's why the revenue is slightly lower. However, coming quarters for Q3 and the whole year, there is similar subsidy rates will be there because in the reduction in the rates was announced with effect from October 23. So for third and fourth quarter, the same subsidy rates will be there. And as far as the import of the fertilizers like DAP and urea is concerned, we have already made contact with the foreign suppliers for the DAP, as this DAP is in short supply in Indian market. So in quarter three, we will be importing around 1,25,000 metric ton of DAP and urea as per the allotment given by the government of India. So there is there will be available fertilizer availability will be better in the quarter three and quarter four.
Good to hear, sir. Also, your margins have improved significantly from 7.6 to 10.8 on back of lower raw material costs. Now, is this a one-off, or going into the next couple of quarters, the margin range has moved upward closer to maybe 10 to 12%?
I foresee that the margin will remain in the same proportion because the raw material rates are again started to climb, like ammonia, natural gas, and the phosphoric acid prices are in the increasing trend. So I don't foresee any further increase in the margins. And as such, the quarter four and quarter three is the end of the fertilizer industry season. So the margin will be remaining same as in the quarter two or first half of the current financial year.
Okay, so in that range of 10.8, which is still a
Yeah.
massive uptake from what we'd seen in the last year. I want to talk a little bit more about DAP and urea because the margins there are currently negative. Urea margins are also under pressure from what I understand. Are you expecting this to turn around in the near term, or this could still be a longer drawn process here till, of course, there are changes at a more macro level?
No, actually, in case of DAP, the subsidy rates were quite low, and the international pricing of the DAP was hovering around $640 per metric ton. So that was the really cause of concern, and the government of India has been kind enough to increase the subsidy by giving a special package of 3,500 rupees per metric ton in case of DAP, which is applicable up to the month of December. So that's why we have tied up this DAP import from the foreign suppliers, and there will not be any loss. If there is any loss, that government has already assured us to compensate that loss in case of DAP import. As far as urea is concerned, in case of in case of GSFC, we are not having much losses, but the urea import as such is less in comparison to the earlier years because of the starting of the urea, 3-4 urea plants set up by support of the government of India, HURL. So the less import of urea is foreseen in the near future.
And what will that do to your business, sir? Because globally as well, people are talking about and considering replacements to DAP and urea. Then what happens going ahead, and how does that impact you? And what are you doing to negate that impact in some ways?
So mainly we are producing DAP in our Sikka unit near Jamnagar, Gujarat. So there are 3 tanks, but we have the option to produce either DAP or other NPK grade of fertilizers. So till the time phosphoric acid prices and ammonia prices are not cost effective to produce the DAP, we are switching the production to NPK grades and the APS in case of our Sikka unit production facilities. But in urea, there is no problem. We are producing in fertilizer nagar, so we have the old urea plant. 1 and 2, and urea 2 plant is we are upgrading, and that upgradation will be completed by the year end. So there will be energy saving and much more cost effective urea production will be there in our fertilizer Nagar complex.
Right. So I want to get a quick update from you as well in terms of your recent project timelines. You do have an ongoing project, which is the Urea 2 revamping project, phosphoric acid project, and the solar power projects as well. When can we expect the completion of these projects, and when will they start contributing to your top line?
Yeah, that all these project will be completed by the year end. Urea 2 and this other sulfuric acid 5 project, and the one smaller solar power project. All these projects are slated to be completed by the year end, and we will be getting the production and whatever the cost effectiveness in the production we will be getting. But as such, this is the replacement of our earlier plants, no, and it is the captive consumption. So there will not be much change in the top line, but certainly improve the bottom line.
Well, lastly, sir, what is the expected contribution from the sulfuric acid, SAV, and phosphoric acid projects to GSFC's revenue and margin structure? Any potential export opportunities here? And of course, then what does that do to your margin picture?
The sulfuric acid is for own consumption, because sulfuric acid is used as a S content in the NPK grade of fertilizers. So we are not presently selling any sulfuric acid in the market. But after commissioning of the sulfuric acid 5 project, if there is any extra additional available sulfuric acid is there, we will certainly approach the market for the sale. As far as phosphoric acid is concerned, that is also for the captive consumption to produce the DAP and other NPK grade of fertilizers. So these all the plants are as a backward integration for production of DAP, NPK, and other grades of fertilizers for the company.
Right. Thank you very much, sir. It was a pleasure talking to you and understanding a little bit more about what's happening in the business and for the company. And of course, a complete picture on urea and DAP as well. Thank you. Good talking to you this morning.